Good afternoon. Today we are going to be talking about blogs, specifically blogs as they relate to Activity 7.1.1. So what is a blog? Blog actually is short for weblog, and it's an online journal or an informational website that displays information in reverse chronological order, with your latest post always appearing first at the top. So it's a platform where a writer or maybe even a group of writers can share their views on any particular subject. So I kind of like to think of it as an online diary, and I feel like it's similar to a diary because of the entries. Usually people write in it daily, so they make a daily blog post. Those dates will be indicated next to each post with the most recent date showing at the top. So it's a kind of a way to be able to express your thoughts on a regular basis, for the world to be able to read and to interact with and comment on. So when we look at the structure of a blog, a typical blog will usually include some type of header with the menu or navigation bar at the top. Then you usually have this main content area that will have your latest blog posts. It might highlight one of your more popular or more relevant blog posts. Usually there's some type of sidebar that'll have your social media profiles or social media links, your favorite content, or some type of call to action. And then there's usually a footer at the very bottom that has relevant links to the blog, like any type of disclaimers or privacy policy or a link to a contact page. Any of that sort could go down at the bottom of the page in the footer. So here's just kind of a little template of what that basic blog structure would look like. All those same areas that I just highlighted before: the header, main content section, sidebar, and footer at the bottom. So some people often get confused. What's the difference between a blog or a website? Like, aren't a blog and a website really the same thing? Yes, on a very, very basic high level, yes, they are both things that can be viewable on the web. But as a rule, websites tend to be more static. And when I say that, websites tend to not change their content as much as a blog would. So websites do update their content from time to time, but blogs need more frequent updates. Most of the time with blogs, you're going to be updating your blog at least every day, sometimes maybe more than once per day. Because they're more like diary entries. So just like, if you had a written diary and you write in your diary every day, it's the same thing with your blog posts. Usually you're going to at least have a daily blog post, because the whole purpose of a blog is to be able to engage your readers. So you want to engage your readers by having new content frequently, and you want to be able to get feedback from your readers as well. So blogs are usually very, very frequently updated, as opposed to a website where the content will stay more static and it doesn't get updated as much. So why is blogging so popular? Well, it's very popular because right now it's a very mainstream source of information. There are tons of blogs out there on pretty much any subject under the sun that you can think of. If there's any subject that you're interested in, if you Google it, there's probably a blog on that subject. Blogging is also a way that companies can keep their clients and their customers up to date with things that are going on within that company. It's also a way for visitors to be able to comment and interact with either an individual person who's running a blog or a particular brand. And as of late, bloggers can actually earn money through blogging. So there are various streams of income that can be made by being a blogger through, advertising and various other contracts that you can have with other companies. So that's why it's so popular. So, said all this to say, for Activity 7.1.1, you are being asked to create a blog entry. So in this entry, it needs to be 2 paragraphs long. Each paragraph needs to be roughly 4 to 6 sentences each. about this fictitious company that you made up for social media. So the fun part of this is that everything you're going to say is completely made up. So you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about anything. This is all coming from your head. But if you are super serious about creating this company, then this blog post could, you want to make it real. And then this blog post could actually be able to be used in a real situation. So on the assignment, we gave you some topics and some areas or some ideas that you could choose from to write about. So you can talk about how your company was created, or a day in the life of working at your company, introducing new products or services, struggles, anything you want to talk about for this first blog entry that needs to be 2 paragraphs long. Okay? So let's take a look. Before I go to the blog post, though, I did want to show you a few of my favorite blogs just to give you an idea of what blogs look like. So this first blog here is called Kinky Curly Coily Me. It's a blog all about natural hair and beauty products and hair salons, because that's kind of my passion. I love looking at hair videos on YouTube, so I do subscribe to hair blogs. So as you can see, the way this blog is set up, it's kind of set up in squares, with each blog post being a specific square. But if you can see here, the last blog post, the latest one, was published on December 27th, and then each date from that, going left to right, goes further back in the past. So that's kind of the structure of blogs. So that's that blog. Also have Curly Nikki here. So this is another natural hair blog. Latest post here was yesterday, January 31st. So you can kind of see the setup of that, the different posts here. And as you can see, as I scroll down, we start to see more past posts from January 30th and going back further in the future. So that's that website. And then the last one is called naturallycurly.com, which once again is another natural hair blog. So if you kind of see, you can kind of see for the most part, most of these blogs are set up the same, kind of using that same kind of template format that I spoke of earlier. So that is that. So for your assignment 7.1.1, you are asked to create your first blog entry that needs to be 2 paragraphs long. Here is a sample one that I created for myself that we can take a look at. So it says the company I created is called Sophie Naturals. Sophie Naturals was created by my best friends and I to cater to naturally curly haired people. It came from a need for products that help to moisturize curly hair and tame frizz. We felt like there was a need for this product because a lot of curly haired people have problems with keeping their hair moisturized and frizz free. We hope for this company to grow from a small home-based business into a multi-million-dollar empire. We plan to begin this company by promoting it online using social media and selling products at local trade shows. From there, we will look to expand by opening an online store. Ultimately, we would like to have an online presence and be sold in brick and mortar stores throughout the United States. So as you can see, I mean, this was totally made up out of my head, but I just kind of gave a quick overview of what my business was, how my business came to be, and where I want the business to go in the future, how I plan to structure this business. So that's all you need to do for your business. So you can talk about your business, the name of your business, how you came up with the name, how you want to structure your business, what type of business it's going to be in those 2 paragraphs. So 2 paragraphs of 4 to 6 sentences each. You're going to create this blog post. Once you have finished this blog post, you're going to save it, and then you're going to upload it to the Dropbox on the assignment in Buzz. So that is my spiel. Hopefully that gave you some good information that you can use on what blogs are, how they came to be, and why they are super popular right now. And hopefully that gave you some great information for creating your blog post for the assignment. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.